I think you need to understand the background a little bit. Our two main objectives were to first build the brand, Rakuten brand globally. We're a household brand in Japan. We have 90 million users as part of our portfolio in Japan. One of the core objectives was to see how we took the brand internationally, outside Japan. As part of our strategy, our growth strategy, outside Japan, we acquired a lot of companies. And by design, we let them run the companies with their own names. And this year, we've made a decision that all companies will come under the overall Rakuten brand umbrella, which means Viber becomes Rakuten Viber, Ebates becomes Rakuten Ebates. So for us to go through this whole brand unification exercise, it's not a simple exercise that you just change the logo and you go on. It calls for huge brand transformation and bring all teams together as one team. We needed very, very strong assets that help us through this journey. And various brands look at different ways of doing it. We thought sports was an untapped area. None of our competitors within the internet services business actually are in sports. We felt it would be a much better platform. And for us, the most important thing is philosophy when we pick which team or club we want to partner with. And I think we picked the two best properties in the world. So the whole conversation started sometime mid last year. They got into certain advanced stages sometime in October, and we closed pretty much everything in the next 3-4 months since then.
So through that partnership, could we see a Warriors Barcelona crossover at some point, being essentially brother-sister franchises?
I think there's a lot of connect between the two teams. I think the style of play, the philosophy, the vision with which they play, the goals that they want to achieve. So I think there's a very strong connect between Rakuten, FC Barcelona, and the Warriors, which is one of the reasons why we're partnering with them. There's a lot of opportunity in terms of how can we leverage both these champion teams in order to create something very cool. So definitely something that we're exploring, and it will be part of our plan.
And in the US, those specific guys, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, how can you use those players to spread your brand?
Players make the team at the end of the day. So as far as the partnership is concerned, our focus is more on the team. And this is still very early stages. We literally completed all formalities yesterday and we announced it. So we do have some plans of how we want to leverage players, but I think that's next step. I don't know if I can tell much about how we're going to utilize players and what we want to do with them, at least at this point.
How excited is the owner, Joe Lacob, in Silicon Valley for you guys to be in there with them?
I think they're very excited because I think conversations from the team's side, I can't talk too much from the team's perspective, but whatever little I know, they've been looking for the right partner. I think that's been the core thought in their mind. I'm pretty sure they've had a lot of partners they could have worked with. I'm pretty sure they've had a lot of offers. If you saw the press conference yesterday, I think Chip, who's their Chief Marketing Officer, made that very, very clear. But I think what they were looking for was a global brand who had a very strong local presence within the territory. And that's exactly what they went for. And I'm really glad that the philosophies worked out. I think what made the conversation very, very easy was that the connect in terms of mindset, the connect in terms of philosophy, the connect in terms of what our vision is for this partnership. I think there was absolute alignment from the first day we met. So I'm pretty sure and confident that the ownership and the leadership at the team are very excited about this partnership.